Today is day 9, and I've hit what is my fear limit. So this is a subconscious thing, and it happens when you sit down and you notice that you are losing energy, intuition, inspiration, things that want to drive you towards completing something. For me, it's sitting down and doing tasks to actually execute on my business. Also, I've noticed that this fear limit has caused me to want to redirect my energy back towards my job. Now, that's a good thing in the time that I need to execute and complete on my job, but it's a bad thing because I'm a very driven person and I want to do good, so I can find myself going way above and beyond what I need to at a work level. Now, it's not to say that I don't want to give everything I can to keep my job and to make my company excel in that perspective. But for where I am in my life, I know I've done that far too long, and I need to redirect that energy back inward towards making myself successful in the world in a dynamic that will take me farther. Because I really have, at most levels, topped out and hit that glass ceiling at work. The only way to excel is to move farther and farther into management. And that's great, but it's not going to give me the money. It's not going to give me the learning experiences that I really want on a much broader sense for my whole person, my whole being, my whole soul, everything. So at that point, I really have come over the past couple of years to a point where I know work is work and it's great. And I'm going to continue to learn what I can learn there because I'm there for a reason. But energetically and execution-wise, I'm going to limit what I do there, and I'm going to put the rest of that and everything else I have towards my job. My new job, you could say, my consulting or whatever this business turns into. So what I've noticed, though, is when I sit down, my mind kind of starts thinking about other things. My body loses energy. I don't have the intuitions. I don't have the just energetic go that you get when you want to do something. And it's not like I don't want to do it, and I have it, but it's like there's this wall that's stopping me. So what it is it's my subconscious trying to keep me safe. And before I didn't really know that, but over the past year or so, this has really become evident, and I've become very aware of it on many levels, and I know I need to break my fear limit. Because if you don't, what ends up happening is your subconscious wins, and it figures out a way to keep you from ever going there again, and it keeps you back. And I've seen that happen when I look back over my life, now that I'm really aware of what the fear limit was. And I've seen how in my early stages of life, I would make certain decisions, and would be pushing towards something that I was uncomfortable on or had some level of fear. Something would happen, and I'd make this assumption or this decision, and then I would never go back again. And I would continue down another path. And here I am much later on life, and I'm still wanting to do those things. But now I know that those decisions that I made then, or those set of circumstances that I put a story around, I'm not worthy, or I'm not able to, or it was them, or whatever it might be, it was just bad luck, whatever it was. I know it wasn't correct, and I know what it is now, and I know how to beat it. It's just, it is hard to get through it, especially when you're at where I am with what I'm trying to break through. So that's kind of where I am on day 9. I've got a fear, and it's kind of broad, but it's this wall, and every time I sit down, it just kind of holds me back. So I'm going to give ideas on how to break through it as I break through it, and give inspiration to people and show you really that you can. Because once you break through it, what happens is you've created a new, you could say, reality or dynamic, and you've broken past an energy block, and then a new flood of energy will come in. So I know that, and so the first way to start breaking this is actually just to become aware of it, and know that when you sit down to do what you're trying to do, or talk to that person you're trying to talk, or excel, or do whatever it is that you're trying, and all of a sudden something seems to happen that blocks it. 9 times out of 10, that's really your subconscious creating a scenario or an event that's there to keep you safe. So identify that, become aware of it, and just sit on it, and then you'll break through it. So that's where I am on day 9.